remember sitting in this theater that's kind of sold out, full of people, and I remember looking around and going, "This is dads and their sons,
Cool.
like watching these movies." Here's these dads, like these grown men, 40-year-old men, that are like kind of doing the sleeve wipe, kind of this emotional response to light and sound. I enjoyed watching them, watch the movie.
Yeah.
And I thought, God, what? There's like a power here. There's a power here, and if I could figure out how to kind of wield that power, that we could influence people for positive. This is just light and sound. And I told my dad afterwards, I'm like, Dad, that was amazing. Thanks for taking me. That was really cool. I want to. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I went to film school at BYU. Met a lot of wonderful people there. Was in the same kind of graduating class as, Jared Hess sat next to me in a film class, and
that's cool.
We've heard of him.
Yeah, he's done a couple things.
And John Heater and kind of those Napoleon Dynamite and Minecraft and all that stuff. And actually, they were a little bit younger than me in film school, and I was just always in awe of their talent. Just like, man, those guys, they're going places. So,
that's cool.
But then I moved out to LA, and my skill out in LA was an editor. I didn't know anybody. I figured, I was married, and I figured, okay, my wife and I will move out there. She's from Idaho, and I'm from Park City, and so her being from Idaho, moving to Provo to college was like moving to the big city.
Yeah,
and so we said, hey, we're going to go to LA, and she was on board with that, which I'm very, very grateful for. And we
why LA? Like, I guess obviously the movies, but like, did you just feel like that was the place to be if you wanted to be into features?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, that was our goal. We had about a year's worth of savings, and we're like, okay, we're gonna go out for a year. If we're not some Hollywood executive in a year, we'll figure out what we're gonna do.
And when you make that decision to go out there, do you have a plan? Do you have connections?
I didn't. I had no connections.
Wow.
I didn't know anybody. I'd never lived out there. I went out about a little bit before, just kind of drive around and say, okay, do I want to move my wife out here? Do we want to take this risk and this leap? And it felt good. We try to be prayerful about whatever decisions we're going to make together. And we ended up moving out to Burbank, which absolutely loved. My skill was editing, so I could get freelance work as an editor. And I feel like we landed on our feet out there. We were in an amazing community.
Cool.
Wonderful people. We just loved it. We absolutely loved every minute. You started to meet
people and realize who's in the industry, who's not, and then you started getting hired as an editor.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Were you editing film?
People were telling us, hey, to make it out here, get temp work. Like, you have to find temp work. And so we said, okay, that's what we'll do. If I'm not doing an editing gig or directing or something profitable, we'll get temp jobs.
Cool.
And so we were very fortunate that, I think my first job out there was phone sales, like selling tickets to educational screenings of the movie Holes.
Oh, cool.
For Disney. Or like, hey, we have a new movie coming out called Holes or whatever.
Nice.
And so there's lots of like temp work and things like that to help prolong the time that it takes to land to land on your feet.
Were you editing film? Because was digital a thing yet?
No, it was all Avid. So I was editing.
It was on Avid. Cool.
Yep. And I cut a lot of trailers, and we did like DVD promotions. So that'll date me. There's DVDs.
And I'm not trying to date
Those are discs that your parents used.
I remember DVDs real well. In fact, I used to. I was in the era of shooting weddings when I was growing up, and we would export and put on DVDs.
Just crank it out to a DVD.
A case with a DVD to our newlywed couple.
Yeah.
And now it's like, that's not a thing. Just give them the file.
Yeah.
Like, it was so much more difficult to deliver a video at that time. But yeah.
So to even date myself more, so one of the main sources of income out there while I was in LA, I was editing for studios, trailers or whatever it is. But then there was an independent film movement in Utah starting, like with these LDS films or faith-based movies that were coming out, like Singles Ward and The RM and things like that. So the companies would put those movies into theaters, and then not know what to do with them. Like, not that I not know what to do with them, but like, how do we get them now to DVD?
Yeah.
Because I was out there, I was positioned. My company that I was starting could author and design and kind of create all those DVDs.
The
and
menu system.
Yeah,
that
all
was
of
a
that.
whole thing.
I loved it.
Yeah, like
I loved
it's
it.
almost like a website on a DVD.
For me, it was like this. Okay, here's the movie, and then how can the menu system create this, celebrate the world that you're about to enter?
Yeah.
And so I ended up. That was my primary source of work out there, was authoring and designing, and then replicating the hundreds of thousands of units which we used to sell of DVDs. And then shipping them out to Hollywood Video or Blockbuster Video or Redbox or whatever it is.
Wow.
So I kind of facilitated all of that.
Were you actually burning and
you didn't?
However you actually put a movie on a DVD?
Yeah, in that when it's that quantity, you're actually replicating it. So you take it to a factory, they create a glass master and
that's true.
Stamp it out. But yes, I was facilitating that.
Cool.
And I think that fed my desire to be like, okay, I think I can, if such and such movie, which did this much at the box office, is ordering this many units of DVD, I think this could be a profitable way to transition to start directing my own films.
Interesting. I remember buying a massive, I couldn't even tell, it's like a printer for DVDs, but it was the duplicator.
Yeah.
And you'd put like a stack of 100, because I used to shoot for like events, a couple of MLMs, and we would just shoot these 3-day seminars and then put them on like 10 DVDs, and it would like
the little arm going
and it just kept doing
from
it
disc makers
in my basement, and it was like a factory.
I love that stuff. And then you got to print, like you buy all the little print things and print the face.
And put them on, and it's a whole experience that's just gone now.
I know. Now you just upload and
I know.
I enjoyed that.
That's cool.
It was a great kind of intro into kind of that full delivery of, hey, how do you make a movie, and now how do you make it generate money for you?
Yeah. And did you get into editing? I guess what got you into editing? And because I hear, like, what I've always been told is the best editors make the best directors, so it's like a really cool place for you to start.
Yeah, I was very fortunate to be able to start in editing. My dad was very, very supportive. My brothers and I, growing up, we'd shoot ski videos, just like go skiing every weekend. And this is back before you got your GoPro or your Insta cam or whatever.
Your DV tapes.
So we had our DV camcorder mounted on a helmet, like a bike helmet, with a big old bolt through it. We were going around skiing with this massive, helmet cam. And then we'd do tape-to-tape editing on a whatever flying erase head VCR.
Yeah.
And then it started to get it kind of this non-linear stuff. And
cool.
So I did weddings as well, and kind of that was always a fun thing.
And you just like to edit, and then that's when you're like, I need to go to LA to actually pursue this as a career.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cut all the student films, and not all, but those student films. I was a go-to editor, and I was one of the first freshmen hired at the BYU TV station to be an editor, which was really fun. I have a passion for editing. I love it.
Yeah. Well, and I love to hear that, because I actually like to edit too.
Oh yeah.
When I can get into a project that I'm like passionate about too, we do a lot of ads, and it can get a little tedious sometimes. Yeah. But when it's a really fun, that's where I started, was post-production. Loved editing, and that's a pretty unique place for people to start if they want to be in film, because no one likes it. You're alone. You're in the dark room.
There's that lonely theme.
Yep. I'm with you, man. When you going back to, like, not to start over, but the very beginning, when you say that you just always wanted to be a filmmaker, what was it about the movies that made you think that? Like, what were you trying to pursue when you thought, I want to be a filmmaker?
So, my dad took me to see The Karate Kid. And I know that that's a weird movie, because everybody always like, oh, we went and see Star Wars. And I knew I was going to create a world. And, and I wish mine were Star Wars. Mine's Karate Kid.
Cool. No, it's a good one.
So we're watching Karate Kid up at some theater, and it had already been out for a while. And I wasn't a young kid. I was probably 12 or maybe a little bit younger. 10 or something. But we're watching this movie, and I remember sitting in this theater that's kind of sold out, full of people, and I remember looking around and going, this is dads and their sons,
cool,
like watching these movies. And then, you know, I was aware that, hey, this is just light and sound, right? This is a made up story.
Yeah.
And yet here's these dads, like these grown men, 40-year-old men, that are like kind of doing the sleeve wipe, kind of this emotional response to light and sound. And I'm thinking, I enjoyed watching them, you know, watch the movie.
Yeah.
And I thought, God, what? There's like a power here. There's a power here. And if I could figure out how to kind of wield that power, that we could influence people for positive.
Yeah.
And I don't know that my thoughts at that point were like, hey, that advanced or that focused. But I was drawn to, this is just light and sound. And I told my dad afterwards, I'm like, Dad, that was amazing. You know, thanks for taking me. That was really cool. I want to, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Was that because did he always kind of encourage that, or was it?
Well, I don't think he understood.
How did you know to
he
just be like, I want to do this?
He signed me up for karate.
Oh, okay. He's like, we're going to do karate.
Oh, we're doing karate. Okay. I'm like,
nice.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
But even then, to think, okay, here's this guy that watches a movie and goes, I want this to be a part of, like, I want to take what I saw in this movie and make it a part of my family's life.
Yeah.
Like, that's profound. That's profound power.
That's really cool.
And so, knowing that, I mean, I thought that moment still informs what type of projects I work on.
Cool.